Alright, here we are. I've gotten up to the point where I've got all the controls working on this thing. Even incorporated a collective stick, which basically has a collective, a cyclic, and an adjustment knob on the handle itself. And this way I can take all three of the knobs from the 9XR and incorporate them onto that one function right there where I can use my left hand and be able to make any adjustment I need to, especially when flying a quadcopter. The only thing I have to do is just take and swap out the throttle input for the collective, which I'm going to use for the pulling up function like in a regular helicopter. So for the most part, I've got my little 7-inch screen here as a backup. I have the 32-inch monitor, which when I adjusted the format, I was able to bring up widescreen for the entire view coming from the KX2 camera that's on board the DJI quadcopter. Right now, it is sitting on the bench over there on the other side, and I'll show that shortly as I'm going to take and try and get it calibrated with all the controls inside the simulator, or Cockpit Ground Station. Okay, anyways, yeah, right now I'm messing around with the menu mode so I can go ahead and get the quadcopter, the DJI 450, which is I'm trying to rearrange the connectors so that it will work with the 9XR. It seems like everything is already hooked up. Everything's kind of working alright. It's just you have to adjust the limits so you can get certain items to work, such as this right here. Intelligent orientation control I've got working off the flap switch. So I had to adjust the limits right here so I can go ahead and get them to where I don't have so much control. There we go. And that right there. And all I'm doing is just adjusting it on this limits screen right here. Alright, and of course, there's my 9XR controls right here. I've got the mode selections here. I've got the menu here, the exit here. So, and of course you can probably hear the gimbal going off in the background. That's all operated by the throttle right here. This way, in the quadcopter, I've got the collective stick. This is actually operating my throttle right here. So this way I have it like a regular helicopter. Man, this is going to be cool as hell. But yeah, everything itself, it seems to be very basically set up. I mean, you know, as I take and run through the controls, right now I've got it hooked up with the EZuhf. Everything seems to be working just fine. I didn't have to rebind anything when I hooked it up through the 9XR. And of course here's the rudders. Work up here. And I need to take... Okay, let's see this here. There's a rudder. That's supposed to be the throttle right there. You get your aileron, elevator. You got your dual rate switches, and those I'm operating from right here. No rates. Throttle select was supposed to be an option, but it doesn't work. Throttle cut right here. As soon as I take and bring this up, boom. Throttle cut is supposed to work. Okay, I've got my flap switch set down here. This is my attitude of the intelligent orientation control. So, and I've got a friend outside working with his quadcopter. His little Blade 350, which is way out over there. There it goes, and if you see, he's basically flying it around right now. He's having a good time with it. This is just on my backup monitor. Yeah, but this is about what it's going to look like. So I just need to finish getting this thing calibrated up, and then I should be good to go. And let me go ahead and bring this over here. Essentially, I'm going to do this. I just follow the basic instructions, make sure that everything's going correctly. So when I hit the elevators stick to low position, such as pulling back. Slider craft. Let me see. Slider left is craft backwards. Okay, I'm pulling back on the stick and the slider is now going to the left. Okay, push forward. The throttle, or the elevator's up, and slider right goes forward. Boom. Okay. Same thing with the throttle. Now, as I pick up the stick, let me see. Low position, slider left is craft down. Okay, good. That's all the way down. As I pick it up, it has the full rates on the collective, so everything should work the way it's supposed to. Now the rudder, I do not have a centering spring on this, so what will happen here is I'll just have to take and work it like a regular helicopter and just kind of feel the controls. So I do have the foot pedals here, just have to lift my feet up on it and I'll be moving my sticks around. Alright, according to that, everything is working just beautifully. Okay. Now I do not want to hit calibration because I do not need to. Everything seems to be all calibrated up and I don't have to really worry about anything jiggling around. Okay, and of course because the throttle is hooked up on my throttle, the collective is hooked up in the channel, was it channel 7? And that is where I have the collective going from the stick oriented through. Alright, so other than that, I'm on 1.28 and make sure everything is going to go good. My buddy's outside. I do not want to interfere with this video, but he's having a hell of a good time. So other than that, this is for you, Mick and Brett. Thank you guys very much for all your help. I'm going to go see if I can get this thing up and running out in the street now. But I do have my 2 monitors here. And all I'm going to do is just take and work it out in the driveway. Alright.